Okay, so we're trying to wrap up our red belt groundwork. There's so many different techniques that you work on the ground. You want to be as slippery as possible. You notice we're working in gis and stuff. This isn't always how it is, but for your enjoyment, we dress up in our little Halloween costumes. For us, it would be kind of laughable, and it might hurt a lot of people's feelings because this is a discipline for us. It's why we put these on. It's not, any of that kind of stuff. So, we need to think about, our training partners and our friends and stuff, and even our enemies. It's not necessarily that we need to hurt all these people and bash them up with all kind of mean talk and stuff. So we're out here sweating, and we're out here sweating for you and ourselves as self-protection and for our country. We're not out here in a pissing contest, and we're not in a competition. When we do our jujitsu, what you say, we do our ninjutsu is what we know it to be. In our ground fighting, whether we're integrating with some kind of Systema, which on our feet you would see that. On the ground, maybe there's some difference between arm bar, arm locks, side body locks. Sambo isn't really too far from jujitsu. So you can see a lot of these techniques are pretty the same. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, this thing. Where did you even get that from? Think of where your things come from. You just didn't land on Plymouth Rock like that. Whatever we're doing on the ground and stuff, whatever kind of contention we're at, when we're working these things, we all see the arm bar. Okay. Now we're just kind of ABC this for you. If we see the first arm bar, and notice it, like we were saying before, it's going on my leg or my body. If I'm here, I'm going to put my knees together, that locks him. He's going to get the tapioca, okay? Now, if I'm locked in here, okay, and as you can see, I could frog into the throat, his lungs would feel blood, he would die within 12 minutes. You can look that up since you like looking up and bashing people. So, now this one's going to be a little more aggressive because I've tucked into his body. He's not going to move, so try to move out of this, Nick. Okay, now you can get out of the armbar, of course, but this is a little difficult for you. And by the time you start to try to get out of this, you might already be tapped out because it's not a competition, so I'll pop that junk right away. Okay, same thing here with whatever kind of choke we're doing. I could just use this leg myself, to choke. Okay, and I don't want to break his neck, so I don't want to go too full-fledged, but you could see that he would, as soon as I move over, he's not going to have a good day. And you can see I could bring his arms. I can come in here with all kinds of, damaging locks, okay, on his back. And I'm also right here, okay? So maybe, whatever the circumstance is, I've taken him down, you know what I'm saying? I've got all this stuff to do. I could deploy a weapon and go ahead, my heart thrust, unconscious right away, he's dead, heart thrust. There's no, so if this was someone I was looking for, and he's just standing this way, whether he was walking towards me or not, boom, I come in here, I've got him, whether it's a choke, this one, as soon as, bam, I knock that knee down, I separate, or push the leg out, separate the head from the spine. And now I can go here, sure, and schlock or whatever. We could do all these fancy things or whatever. I can do a break here, reposition his body, bring him over, and lock him here. We see all this stuff all the time. And you know where it comes from, so it's ninjutsu. And so his elbow, his bones are out of alignment. His wrist bones are out of alignment. We've got double action, maybe even triple action if we give him some pain for that elbow. I mean the shoulder. So just bringing him in there. I can just bring this into my body hug and give him some pain. And of course my knee is into his back of his head, pushing his face into the pavement. I could grind that if I want to. Okay, maybe just walk with us a little bit. In our red belt is a lot of grappling. Now Ninjutsu is a lot of grappling anyway. But if we're here, these little duck kicks, I'm pushing in whatever one it is. And this little reap, if I'm doing here, now I'm going straight to the ground, okay? I'm going to do my ground and pound. I'm going to start like hammering in here. I'm going to break something. I'm going to stop him. My job isn't to be in a competition. I'm going to end him. Okay? If we're here, boom, I'm going to throw in some headbutts or something. And if I do scoop in, I'm going to break right away. I'm not waiting for him to tap. We're not in a competition like I keep on saying. I'll do whatever I have to do. If I have to bite his throat out with my teeth, pull his eyes out with my bare hands, whatever. Okay? I could maybe not be able to rip his throat out on the ground. On your feet, sir. In reality, if this was to happen, I'm engaged, and I do go for the throat. I'm grabbing in. I mean, common sense tell you this one. Now, when I rip him, I'm going to pull back as well, and that's going to not be good. Whether I'm just doing internally, it's not good. You could just feel, like if you just brought your, it's common sense. I mean, come on. And right here, we've already got this where we could just kind of go ahead and get him there. His elbow bone's out of alignment. Okay. Gansaki, you know, is ori. I break right away if I want to. You see again, his elbow. Whether he turn or not, I turn that for myself. He could be here all huggy with this kind of thing, and like push him away. Ooh, and I've got him scooped, so I'm not going to try to do this one. But bringing him this way, that's my break. Okay, I'm bringing my body down with that. That's going to break. Boost. Okay. Okay, we'll be with you in a second.